Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD campaign. Here today, we're going to be starting episode 4 of my Kingdom of Jerusalem Let's Play. Here today, we're going to be continuing our expansion of the Holy Land. We're going to be going after the Ayyubids again, trying to take Alexandria and potentially Cairo here today. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, and let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series thus far. Now guys, in the last episode we managed to take Jerusalem, Damascus, Homs in the previous episodes. Now unfortunately, I've been made aware of a bit of a bug that's going on. Now if you guys remember in the last episode, we were making our plans ready to take Cairo. The Pope called a crusade and we were going to take the city. Unfortunately, the event is currently bugged at the moment, so even if we sailed all the way down to Cairo, took the city, we would fail. We would fail the crusade. If we did obviously succeed, we'd get a nice little buff, but even if we do take the city within the time required, it's bugged, so you lose the crusade anyway. And fortunately enough for me, if you do fail the crusade, and countries that have failed, they get excommunicated if they don't go down and help within the time period. So that's not going to happen to us either, and we don't even have that negative debuff of not actually going for the crusade. We've still got a papal standing of +7 now anyway, which is fantastic. And it also, because the crusade failed, it also made us go to peace with the Ayyubids, which is weird, so we're going to have to redeclare war upon them, but no matter. We currently have King Hugh here, of course, with a 20 sack. We've spent a little bit of time slowly but surely developing the Jerusalem and Damascus economy. We've got a lot of Catholic priories here. We're currently slowly switching over the general populace to Catholicism. And we're also getting proper military buildings here as well. So we currently have 4 armies in operation. We properly have bowmen as well. We've got Crusader marksmen. We haven't got a crazy amount of heavy dismounted Templar Knight swordsmen. We've got decent cavalry, but spearmen are still making up the bulk of our army. Jen here, my brother-in-law, currently has a full stack in Damascus. Up in the north in Acre we have Godfrey. He's getting an army here, around about 10 units. And we have Richard the Lionheart. I hope so, but it's just Richard. He's getting some units here as well. Up in the north, not really too much is happening. The Principality of Antioch have Antioch and Aleppo, of course. We've got a couple of alliances on the diplomacy front. We have military alliance with Antioch, Cilicia, Pisa, the Latin Empire defensive, Epirus defensive, and the Kingdom of Georgia. We're going to be redeclaring war upon the Ayyubids. We're currently strength ranked 3rd. They are still strength ranked 2nd, and they have 8 regions under their control. So without further ado, let's straight up war deck them. Here we are, war there. I was trying to find it. So, unfortunately for us, they have made an alliance with the Abbasid Caliphate over in the east, and obviously we're going to be at war with their puppets in Mecca again. But regardless, we're going to bring on Antioch, Pisa, and Cilicia. So let's call our allies in. They've answered the call. Now, looking at the Caliphate here, they've got 4 regions. Strength ranked 8, so that's quite a bit. I'm going to send a co-war target to Cairo. We're going to be trying to go for their port city here, further south of Jerusalem, and trying to strike Alexandria. So, let's send our army further south here from Damascus to deal with it now, shall we? So there's no army inside. That's good for us. We still can't attack with 1 turn. Sometimes you can go around there and start a siege through the port if need be. You can attack it in 1 turn. Alright, so we've got King Hugh here. I think we're probably better off going straight for Alexandria straight away. So let's push over to Egypt. King Hugh is leaving Jerusalem. Humongous. We'll go to the border here on the Suez and the Nile. Okay, so it doesn't look like we're going to get any opposition. We might be fighting outside the pyramids, but who knows. Okay, let's try and redirect some of our forces. Look, you know what? I think we'll be fine for now. My public order is going down a little bit, but that's alright. Okay, cool. Let's end the turn and continue. So, yeah, guys, let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand and conquer. This series will end in the not-too-soon future, so what would you like me to replace it with? A Portuguese-Spanish campaign? A Serbian or a Sultanate of Rum campaign? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so it looks like they've raised an army in Alexandria already. It looks like they've had to quickly muster a force, and as a consequence, they're already taking attrition in the city itself. Mission issued. Construct a building from the following chain. Religion. Catholic following plus 10 wide. War declared with the Kingdom of Epirus and Nicaea, and the Kingdom of Hungary against the Duchy of Lesser Poland. King Leszek is currently at war. So we were currently... yeah, we had a defensive alliance with the Latins. So Nicaea... ah, the Byzantines are massively on the back foot here. Emperor Michael of Byzantium. Looks like he's probably going to be knocked out there. Okay, interesting. Alright, let's start the Siege of Alexandria. Easier said than done. Let's make sure we get enough siege equipment in here. And it looks like we have their leader, Issa. Okay, right. So we want to try and take this southern port here now. What are the odds on an auto resolve? It's actually going to be quite bloody. I'm going to send for reinforcements. So who should we send down? Who's got the more numerical men? Okay, so we might just have to give it one turn, pushing south here. Keeping an eye on the public order. It seems to be worse down in Jerusalem. So let's send you further south for here. I don't reckon we're going to get hit from the Caliphate from Baghdad over in the east, but you never know. There's some quite desolate territory there. Okay, so we're going to continue this siege here for now. We'll wait for these reinforcements to come, and we're also going to be able to get some more siege equipment as well. Okay, and actually, can you actually make it there? Oh, you can make it there. Huh, I was actually better off to send this army from Jerusalem. Hang on. Does that bring you in for my own curiosity? Yeah, that's bringing them all in now. Because that's slightly back. Perfect. Well, let's auto-resolve this one out, and we'll take this crucial spice port here. From what I can remember, it's spice, or it gives us access to the crucial spice lanes of Arabia. Okay, so we deployed 5,691 Crusaders. We lost 498 against a garrison of 4,000. We're going to straight up loot and occupy the province. And is there... okay, no. I don't think there is a spice port there. There's gold further in the south, though. It's further down here. Okay, but we've probably actually found the Kingdom of Makuria here. Regardless, we'll move you back to Jerusalem, and we'll move you back to Damascus as well. What were some of the other notifications that we saw there? Papal favor increased. Mission succeeded. Okay, we hit their request because I imagine we were building religious buildings further in the north, I think. So going back to our trade. Oh, Makuria were interested in trade. I'm actually okay to give you a non-aggression pact, to be honest. Oh, and they're going to give us trade. So we're going to be able to get access to it. So what are they? They're Eastern Christianity. Yeah, I thought so. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Even though we're Catholic, I'm sure we can protect this denomination. So if we make a defensive alliance with them, we might be able to increase it more, like military access as well. Maybe just go with defensive. I'm happy to ease up on the payment demand if you give me a defensive. Accepted! So we have made an alliance with the Kingdom of Makuria. Further in the south, Zagwe, they're another Eastern Christian Orthodox faction. Can we switch it to military? No, I'd be curious to see if they could come and help us out in Egypt or something. I'll give you military access for free. How's that sound? No. But we've managed to open up the crucial spice lanes here, which is fan-bloody-tastic. So, where are they exactly? Are they not actually being shown here just yet? Do we have to redo this? Yeah, so, already, looking at the trade, glass 13, wine tariffs, so we're already getting a bonus income of 260. So we're exporting glass, wine, and tariffs. Or not tariffs, but that's the tariffs for it. And we're importing spices and wine. Good. We're varying up the Crusader diet, you could say. They currently have a full stack here. Maybe they could even push up and take Cairo. We still have that co-war target set there. And they've got a couple of territories here, which realistically probably isn't for us to grab, and we still can't take Alexandria yet. I would like to move this army over as soon as possible. Right, have we got any more construction decisions we can make? Because we got 5,600 in the bank. Okay, looking overall, I don't want to spend so much on upgrading some of the Catholic monasteries just yet. I think we're overall fine. I'm actually going to upgrade this glass artisan so it gives us wealth. We do get a penalty to public order and squalor, but we're also going to get some more glasses production, and we're going to be able to trade that around the world. Okay, cool. Well, let's end the turn and continue before we go through some unassigned skills. So let's go straight up to a military-minded sort of thing here. Push you down this way as well. And the Inheritors of Power are going to get the block and parry and weak spot. Melee defense buff along with attack. There has been a rebellion further in the south here, but that's fine. Once we move our full stack to Cairo, we're going to be able to maintain these 2 units here. To defend. I'm not going to join the war with the Latin Empire because you never know. They might come out and have a crack at me, the Byzantines. But for now, the Kingdom of Jerusalem and Cyprus were doing really well. We took Homs early on. They had a massive blunder of not defending Damascus, and they, of course, sent 3,000 men to their deaths there. And they haven't really come back from this. So, fortunately enough for me, we've had a noble birth. I've had a daughter, Berthy. Bert. Oh, beloved, blessed Bert of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. So, my line will continue through my daughter. We could potentially marry her to like Godfrey or Richard, depending which one becomes more sort of a military powerhouse. Okay, well, we're going to move this other army here now, and we'll allow Richard to run down the Arabian rebels just here. Okay, they're going to make us sort of run through, which is great. Push them to the sea. Throw them back from whence they came. Okay, good. They don't have a catapult or anything crazy, because that can put up the casualties in the auto-resolve. Good. Let's kill and quickly finish them off. And now with our new trade zones, we're actually making a slight profit as well. Okay, I'm going to move Richard back there to defend the port. I also want to move you back to Jerusalem. So you actually can't get to Homs quite quickly. So maybe move you back to Acre for now. We'll continue to break down and convert the city as well, because it's still pretty vulnerable to attack, if I do say. Maybe even upgrading to a trade dock might be more beneficial for us. Okay, cool. So how are we looking at the Siege of Alexandria, to be exact? Okay, something we can work on. Okay, so I think that's just in range. So I'm just sort of even umming and ahhing whether or not to play this one, because it's a clean-cut auto-resolve now, and of course the enemy general isn't there. Are we better off having the Siege of Cairo than Alexandria? It's also quite a large city as well, so numerically. I think I'm going to auto-resolve this one. 5,149, 2,463. I think we are better off having the Siege of Cairo rather than Alexandria. I think. What's even in here? Oh, they've only got tribal spearmen, crossbowmen, a lot of archers. They haven't got anything too crazy. Yep, let's auto-resolve this one. Oh, what's this? Why has it gone and done that? Decisive victory. Okay. What? That must be a bug. That shot me all the way down there. I guess there's a hidden settlement there or something. That's the only thing I can think of. But regardless, we've taken the city of Alexandria now. We're going to be able to use the port for ourselves straight up, which is fantastic. We'll give it one more turn for you to hold here. And where does that leave the Ayyubids now? I'm probably going to cancel this co-war target and probably set like the one over here. So we need to take, so we need to take that. So Cairo's in that, and that's another territory as well. So their only really major city left is Cairo. So we might even be able to knock out the Ayyubids here today, which is crazy to think. Okay, well, let's end the turn and continue once we've gone through these unassigned skills. Getting improved tax rate and recruitment. You really want to go down to block and parry. Okay, so we can get some governors in Misr, in Alexandria. Anthony, Matthew. Let's go with Anthony. And we'll chuck it on settled tribes and end the turn there. Oh, okay, what? During the end turn phase, the kingdom of Zagwe has declared war upon me. God knows why they've gone and done that. Oh, Mercuria decided to not come on our side. That's interesting. I thought they would want to conquer and take that territory, seeing they had no diplomacy with them. Oh, okay. Georgia's been attacked here as well. Let's enter war on ally side. I think that was only like a one region country anyway. Oh, there's been a rebellion further north. Okay, so our alliance with Mercuria is broken. The demolition has gone through, and we have the Republic of Pisa, our allies, mobilizing for now. What are their opinion of me now? Would you still want like a non-aggression pact at least? Now how about a defensive? No, they really seem to be opposed to that. Oh well, looks like the Ayyubids are moving priests through my lands now. Okay. Let's send this army to Cairo. So let's let it go past the pyramids. And will they have an epic last stand here? No, not by the look. It looks like Cairo will fall to the Crusaders after all. How much siege equipment can I construct there? A decent amount. Good. Alright, let's start the Siege of Cairo. Do I think this is going to be taken? More than likely. Can this army get to Alexandria? I can't. I want to try and bring in another army. And they could have a couple lurking down here, because this can't get... That can get to there, but that can't get to there. If I go aggressive, they can get to here. It can still react quite quickly. Can that get down to the port? Oh, it can. Man, that's a hell of a movement there from Acre to the port city. And I guess we'll just leave this crusading army in Alexandria for now to defend. We'll make Alexandria a walled city as well. I don't think we should make it a sort of fort city. I think Acre should be, because it's probably going to cost too much to change it. But we only want to have a couple of castled cities. The most of it should be just normal cities to build up a strong and stable economy. Okay, well, let's end the turn and continue. Oh, Antony's gone up in stats. Well, let's go with construction and a tax rate bonus. But, yeah, I'm curious to see how the Ayyubids will react. They did have a small army under their Sultan. But, I don't know where he's gone. I just think they haven't come back from losing those armies. To be fair, a couple of those cities were heavily garrisoned as well. Oh, it looks like there's some sort of army here giving it away its position in the desert. Okay, even in the fog of war, we can actually see the army deploying fortifications. That's fortunate for me that I spotted that. There's been a couple of rebellions in the north here, which we're going to have to deal with. Any sort of significant increase? Okay, there's been a rebellion there in Cyprus. We can more than likely deal with that later on. Okay, well, let's move our reinforcements up. Actually, I don't know if I need to. I think this army's more than capable enough to probably take the city. But, yeah, well, the more numbers you have, the better, I guess. There's no harm in doing it if you can. We'll move you to Alexandria now to hold. And the thing is, right, this city can get attacked in one turn. But I do need to deal with this rebellion in the north. And there's probably going to be one here as well. Do I risk it? Yeah, why not? We're pushing for Cairo now. Let's finish them off. So, I want to double check before we fight this one. Who is the Sultan? Yeah, Issa is still the Sultan. They've got a territory in the Arabian Peninsula. Once they lose Cairo, they've only got 2 over here. But yeah, there must be some sort of army here in the desert. I can't tell if it's Makurian or Ayyubid. But regardless, my scouts have told me there is a storm coming in the north. Okay, so looking at our army, we have 5,114 in against the inhabitants of Cairo, who have 1,656. We're coming up against 5 units of spears, 2 swordsmen, 2 crossbowmen, and 3 units of Askari cavalry. Let's fight this one on the battlefield now, shall we? We have 5,000 crusaders ready to purge the infidel scum. For Cairo, we're going to be doing what the 5th Crusade couldn't before. But that just sucks. Hey, that's what it is. You just sort of got to deal with it. It's still in pretty early days of development in the mod, so things like that happen. So this is going to be our first fight with proper archers, which is good. We're going to be able to properly arc our shots nice up and over. I imagine there's going to be a small amount of city degradation because we've been sieging for some time. Spearmen, we'll see how we go. I don't know, King Q has been massively taking some casualties there in the order resolve. He's only at half health. And then we've got our reinforcements coming as well. So we should be able to flank and get our cavalry in adequately and rain fire and death upon them with our proper archers rather than crossbowmen. Okay guys, welcome to the battle map. Fog is on the Ayyubid's side, and also a sandstorm. Let's roll the dice again, and we'll take a nice, clean cut, dry day in Cairo. Okay, so it looks like the majority of our assault is going to come from this way. Archers-wise, pushing there might be a little bit too ambitious. Our reinforcements are coming over from the far right of the screen. Okay. Right. Well, let's set everything up now, shall we? We probably can actually encircle them quite well. We can't get over the back here. I think we might be able to just go for like a massive encirclement just due to the amount of siege equipment we have, which is a little bit different from previous episodes. We're going to be able to surround, engulf, and probably take most of these arrow towers when we wouldn't been able to do so before. So let's set everything like this. Let's go like this as well. So we currently have how many arrow towers at our disposal? 8, which is good. Okay, let's move you here. Let's move the archers as well. Let's allow you to stay on heavy shot. I want you really to focus Askari cavalry and whatnot. Okay, so the battering ram is coming up through there. And how many more guys we got here? So that's fine. Okay, so they're going to be probably blocked within there, 1 unit. So you can go here. Crusaders can go up through the guts there. You can go like here, say. You can go there as well. Potentially, you need to be angled probably more. Can you? No, you're going to get blocked there. If you can go, I just want more on that side. I don't think 3 is enough on this one. So you need to go like here. You can go there. And you can go there as well. But at that point, you're better off chucking 3 here, I think. And then what we'll do is we'll chuck 2 lots of spearmen there to push from that side. I think that's probably our best bet for that. Okay, archers wise, we'll send a unit over here. Get everyone to go on loose formation. We'll put more of our spearmen here from the first army because our reinforcements are coming from the far side. So they can deal with that just fine. And you guys here can do that. Okay, cavalry. There's probably going to be more of an option to flank here, but I'm not entirely sure, or maybe even here. So we'll put our horsemen in the middle there, and we've still got you here. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We could even go maybe with you there. Then that might open up some things. Yeah, you go here then if you're sitting in reserve at the back. Alrighty then, here are our archers. We haven't seen them before. God, he looks awfully Nordic. So here are our Crusader marksmen. First time using them in the campaign. Key soldiers, spearmen on the battering ram. And then we have the dismounted Templar knights here. I felt like in this series I've had a lot more in others. We just haven't had time to build up our economies just yet. And build up our military industrial complex, you could say. Because we've been conquering this holy land with spearmen surprisingly efficiently. Alright. Let's send everyone up and over the walls. Go, 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 gadget. Let's hit them. Hit them hard. Risk it for the brisket. Alright, you can go here then. There. And get you to go. Yeah, you should be able to bypass those tents. Okay. I could potentially see the obstacle. Alright. Okay, well, let's try and hit some people with our archers. So you're better off going for like that. Okay, and what about you boys here? What are you better off hitting? Those spearmen there, that's not too bad. Trying to get my archers to hit something like this as well. Okay, let's move you like here, say. And then let's let the remaining of our spearmen to push something like here. Come on, guys, whole ass. And yeah, go like here or something. Archers. Alright. Slowly but surely pushing onto the frontal wall. My archers are now moving into position. These guys are trying to get an angle on the far side. Even though this is a similar map to the Battle of Homs, I think it was. I think it's the exact same map, to be specific, but we'll be alright. Okay, so they've got some cavalry here. So we have 1,514 to their 1,656. We should be able to surround and envelop their forces quite easily. So we're already getting some first shots off here against their lighter spearmen. And the AI is allowing them to face my rear, which is good. And we are just raining fire and death upon them. Fire at will, men. Looks like... yeah, they just seem to be turning. We've just got them in a really good position there. Okay, everyone else is moving up. These archers are moving up here now. Ahooga, ahooga. Shields up nice and high, lads. Man, these arrow towers are relentless. The fire rate on them is nuts. But at the end of the day, they are fighting for the last of the Iubids. I don't reckon they're going to come back from this. So let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand and conquer. I don't think there's going to be much more of them left. I'm surprised where their armies went. I swear they had a lot more. Maybe they got caught by Crusaders who sent south, because there were still forces down here. I think in the last episode I showed a Hungarian force that came awfully close. I can't remember. There were definitely Crusaders heading towards Alexandria at one point, from what I can remember. Okay, the ram has reached the gates, and my archers, even though they're fighting against those spearmen quite well, you're actually better off to probably hit the Ascari cavalry. Actually, probably just focus the Ascari cavalry at the back. Okay, so it looks like they have sent a fair few soldiers there. My archers still can't really shoot up and over on them. Looks like some swordsmen here are going to answer. Oh, I thought it might have been on fire. Come on, why is that bugged out? Oh, that's a joke. You gotta be shitting me, man. Why is that battering ram not moving? What? Oh, anyway, we've taken the gate here well. Alright, you push for this. You push up and over there. My archers still seem to be firing on them. Okay, these archers are way too close for my liking. You can push for this. You can push for that. You probably go against those cavalry. Man, that's so typical that, like, the AI would allow them to freeze like that. So bullshit. Right, let's get all these guys in and potentially even I'll focus them on some squadrons. So, like, you go for this, you go for that, you go for this, and then try and, like, focus on specific units in and around here. Looks like their cavalry is gone and intertwined with my forces here, which isn't good. You're still fighting that, which is fine, and you're fighting this adequately. Okay, that's good. Right, let's send in some more reinforcements here. Primarily try and target that. You still try and hit this. We're breaking down that now. Okay, let's move in my heavier cavalry to, like, here. We should be able to get a good charge somewhere. Probably more so on the far side once we get in. I don't know why they're so hesitant not to come in, but they are. How far are we away from breaking that down? Oh, the gate. Right, it's nowhere near. It just keeps on bugging. Alright, how are we going casualties-wise? Okay, we've only lost about 300 to theirs. They seem to be holding us quite well in a lot of areas. We haven't been able to have this sort of over-resounding flank that I was really sort of wishing for. Maybe with these reinforcements coming in, things might change. Okay, we're probably causing too much friendly fire here. So maybe try and hit stuff like this. No way are they just sitting there. We got cavalry here, surely. Yeah, get the cavalry to hit that. Ah, they're being a bit baity. Oh well, no matter. Allow my archers to try and hit this sort of stuff. Reinforcements are coming in now. These swordsmen have basically capitulated. The gateway still hasn't fallen there. My reinforcements haven't trickled in just yet, but they soon will be. Continue to skirmish these guys on the far side, which are nowhere near any of my units. And our own reinforcements are coming. Oh yeah, these archers are here now, which is good. Maybe get you guys over here. Get you to try and arc your shot over and try and hit the enemy general, which is a Juden spearman, medium infantry. Right, try and chase this. And also the gates have been captured on this far side. Perfect. Give chase to them. Give chase to all of them. Oh no. Maybe they have it. Oh, they haven't just. God damn it. Alright, get the cavalry. No or less on this side, please. Okay, cool. Oh, they're actually like buckling a little bit. Alright, come on. Push for that. They're now routing, which is good. And these are now here as well. So let's get them like here. Okay, well, it's probably okay now if we pull these archers out. We really don't need them there. Okay, so push and try and take this. Get my archers here to focus on them. You might be able to get some smaller shots off. Okay, let's try and flank around the back of that then. And you try and push some of these key areas. Okay, you guys here now can push for that. It doesn't seem like they seem to be in range or can get there. No, that's a shame. Move them further back. Cool, let's get our cavalry in here now. Alright, engage them. Send you here. Maybe even get you to go around the back. Seeing as everyone's really pushing through the guts there now. Cavalry's flanking adequately now as well. Now go for the town square firstly before you go down that corridor. Now that's now routed. Good. Probably swing these guys here now as well. Oh no, they routed. Oh, okay. Interesting. Right, push for that. Make sure we surround their spearmen adequately there. Looks like we're going to have to send some guys down, back and around for support. Go for that. How well are we looking now? About 800. Alright, this is nearly buckled now. Make sure you're further back, getting that capture point. You need to grab this one here. So after all that, bringing all those archers, yeah, they're just not strong enough, these spearmen. They don't have enough armor-piercing resistance. We would have been better off to probably just keep it with our own single stack rather than bringing in the additional second. Right, hit that in the back. Maybe if you go this way, you might be alright. Yeah, it's just they're so weak for the arrow towers. Alright, we're going to initiate the countdown momentarily. Push for the back of these guys then. Cool. Get into the city itself to reduce some sort of arrow fire. Okay, once we've got the main square, we're probably going to initiate the countdown. Move you back. Yeah, so it was a better idea to pull the archers back in out of it. Like I did with a couple. Excellent. Good. Let's surround the last small defiant spear unit here of Jun's spearmen holding out. But we have victory! We have victory! The Crusaders have victory here today. Leave none alive. Man, it is just an absolute stack on here. Crusaders cheering in the streets. While the infidels flee. What are you sort of doing at the back here, hiding out? Hello, I'm a Crusader. Oh, here we go. Nice! One last thrust there. Alright, let's end the battle there. Decisive victory at that. So we deployed 5,114. We did lose 765. They deployed 1,656. So overall, we lost half of what the enemy deployed. I still use that rule of thumb, so yeah, that's still a lot of losses, because these guys, man, they just have no arrow fire resistance whatsoever. Because, like, looking at this, right, so this army got 50, 100, let's be generous, let's try and round it up a bit. I'd say it's probably about 50 there as well. So the actual army itself only got about 300. The arrow fire got like 400 in its own, which is just nuts. Like, the actual army itself wasn't that much, but the arrow fire is just crazy. So realistically, we were better off to auto-resolve it rather than playing it. Looking at our swordsmen, 175. Archers didn't do as well as I would have liked, but they were really hugging the walls on a narrow corner. You want to try and see when they're sort of fat peaking in the settlement, not when they're hugging the walls. It makes it a little bit harder to get arrow fire nice and over the top. 61-40. They managed to plug and adequately defend our flanks quite a bit, which was good for them. But that's a tough city to take, especially with this poor units. If we had a proper, like look at this, right? Look at the dismounted heavies, right? 174 kills. We gave them the same order as everyone else there. It's just the spearmen. They're not trained to fight in hand-to-hand combat for an aggressive siege. They're not too bad defending and sitting in a formation in an open field battle, while the archers and cavalry do most of the work. It's just doing an aggressive siege and playing it isn't the best use for them. But hey, you live and learn. Okay guys, welcome back. Unfortunately, we've had another game crash, which is infuriating, but hey, what are you going to do? I think it must be to do with this specific city in Homs and Cairo, like the specific map that keeps on getting loaded. So we have to go back to the previous save, which is a pain in the ass, but whatever. I might need to submit a bug report if I remember to do so, but yeah, we're going to have to auto-resolve the Battle of Cairo, as playing it doesn't seem to work, but yeah. That's annoying. So there's going to be some minor discrepancies here and there. Obviously, I have to reload the save. So we're going to auto-resolve it straight out. What does the AI predict? 233. So really, 500 men. But hey, we're still actually finishing off the... we're finishing off the last of the Ayyubids. And, oh, it was an Ayyubid army. It's not like it was like a crucial make-or-break battle, which I had to play it. They're on the back foot. They ain't coming back from this. There even seems to be a small army out here in the desert with Ali. I don't actually think that's there. No, Issa is their current commander. So, well guys, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. We've managed to take Cairo, Alexandria, and the crucial port here as well. And I don't think the Ayyubids are going to come back from this one. They still have 5 regions left, supposedly. Even one up in the north there. Maybe they've got forces up here? No, not at all. There's actually a huge Turkic rebellion in the north, which the Principality of Antioch is dealing with. Oh, okay. Well, guys, regardless, it's time to end this episode here. Thanks for watching. We're going to be probably finishing off the Ayyubids in the next couple of episodes, unless there's like no resistance. We might move on to something else, or we could maybe start an invasion of Anatolia. Looks like the Seljuks, they got a little bit of territory further north. They are at war with a lot of factions, and I'd be curious to see what's happening in Spain. We could send a aiding, crusading army. What do you guys think of the sound of that? Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.